Hi everyone, it's Lisa from Hub Sticker Co. I hope you're doing well. I am going to do a couple things today in my video. I am going to share with you my April subscription collection, and I am also going to be doing a plan with me in my Rosey Life flow planner. So taking a step back, the basics of my stickers, I have two sizes of stickers. I have a regular size and a junior size. The regular size is roughly the size of a B6 page, and the junior size is roughly the size of a passport page. And they are sized appropriately. So the regular size is scaled to use in a larger planner. I use it, in A5s. I use it in B6s. Sometimes I even use it in, a standard TN. But that's the scale for the regular size. And this is the junior size, and here is the scale for the junior size. Again, really tiny, fit nicely into smaller planners like the Hobonichi Weeks, or the, I even, one year I had a passport common planner, and these worked perfectly in them. So I wanted to give you a little bit of background on the sticker sizes. So my sticker collections are all named after songs, or almost all of them are named after songs. Some of my early ones are not. Or I have one collection that I've named for my aunt. But I do try and find a song that matches the theme. For the most part, I'm successful. Sometimes it's a stretch, a little bit of a stretch. Like one of my collections is called You Learn, and it's an academia collection. So I was thinking back to school, learning, all of that. So yes, it's a strange name for a planner collection or a sticker collection, but that was what I came up with. So this one is called Unwritten, and I want to say that one of the planner besties actually helped me pick a name for this one. Could have been Roro and Lou, or Mims Can Plan, or Danielle, etc. It might even have been Poppy Plans. One of them suggested it. So I really loved that name. Or Lauren from LA Florals also could have come up with this. So I try to make the folders match the theme. Right now, when you order from my shop, you get a folder with every order, and most of the time it's like a monthly pattern that I rotate month after month. But the inside is very plain. For the subscriptions, I like to try and make them a little bit more, do a little more with them. So for this one, I wanted it to look like a journal that was empty. So when you think unwritten, you've got blank pages in the folder. So that was that's the corny thing behind that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move the folder out of the way. And I'm actually going to grab, so I will, likely be using both sizes in my planner. I do frequently use like the regular size on journal pages, on daily pages, and I use the junior size on monthly spreads sometimes, and definitely on my vertical weeks and my dashboards. So every subscription collection comes with 13 sticker sheets. It comes with a specialty sticker. In this instance, it's a die cut sticker with a little bit of a holographic overlay. One of them is easier to see than the other. So those come with the sticker collections. And then you get a month sticker with a calendar and script. I do like to fit the script, the fonts, to the feel of the collections. So it's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get from a font perspective. And then you get days of the month, and I love using these on my dailies. You get 3 deco sheets, which, one of the goals that I had with these subscriptions is that you would have enough deco if you were kind of a minimalist or a conservative stickerer, you would have enough deco to kind of get you through the month with the collection. So you get 3 deco sheets. You get a scenes sheet. I love having like a, a big sticker front and center in the planner. So you get a scene sheet, and I always have like a couple other smaller stickers at the top. Try and fill that sheet out. You get floral edges. You get the days and numbers sheet. And so there's 5 weeks worth of days of day headers, and you get 2 months worth of numbers. And then this up here is they're dots. So I'm going to peel this back so you can see. They're dots so that you can actually put them under your numbers so they pop out a little bit on the monthly spread. I actually really enjoy doing that. So so that's what I use that for. And then you get ink splotches for layering. You get boxes. I'm really kind of a fan of doing something a little different with the subscription. So you get, frames. I've used doilies. I've used other things as the kind of the functional areas, but I thought the gold would fit really nicely with the colors. In this one, you get a sticker sheet of washi strips. And then you get 2 kind of full page sheets, but these are terrible washi. So you can do whatever you please with these. You can make torn elements and use them for layering. I will sometimes use this as a full page sticker to cover up a page in my planner. It's really up to you. They're your stickers, and there's no right or wrong way to use them. So that's what I actually really like about my journal and using stickers and things like that in it. So so that's what the regular ones look like. And let me go ahead and share with you the juniors. Oops. And again, it's the same stickers really, it just on a much smaller scale. Like I said, I love using these in any size planner. The font here, by the way, on the junior size is pretty close to the size of the weeks boxes, so it fits really nicely on your in your week spreads. And then again, these are dots, and they're smaller. Like that. So the last couple of collections I've had manufactured for me, just kind of giving you a little bit of background. So these extras will be, I probably already said this, sorry. These extras are going to be just while supplies last. But you can, if I get enough requests, I can restock them. And here are the inks and the functionals, the edges, the washi, and the terrible washi stickers. I think it's funny because, like, I was telling my husband, I'm like, oh, I created these terrible sheets. He's like, they're fine, Lisa. They're not terrible at all. But he didn't, it's obviously, you can tear them. And then in addition to all of the other goodies, you also get a sheet of vellum with your sticker collection. So this is the junior size. It's a 1/2 letter sheet. And then here is the letter size. The collections come also like in these glassine envelopes, and I always have like a special seal on them as well that kind of matches, so you can save that also. And I usually use the image from the sneaks, actually. So this is the letter size vellum. And this is hands down one of my favorite vellums that I've had in my shop. I think it's beautiful. So I am going to go grab, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to grab my planner. and I'm going to go ahead and get started. So like I said, am using a Rosey Life Flow Planner. I started the year out in an A5, and if you've watched my planner stack video, you've already heard that it was just too big for me to be able to grab and actually toss in my backpack and things like that for when I go to the office. I don't have a cover for this yet, but it goes lovely in this bag. This is also a Rosey Life Planner item. It came in her books and bows box, and I can't remember if that was last year or the year before. Time really does kind of blend together the older you get. I'll go ahead and kind of just do a quick flip. So this is March. I pulled this out in March and started using it. This is from my March subscription collection. Sorry, I have hair everywhere. This is from my March subscription collection. And it was cherry blossoms. I actually absolutely love them. So the next couple of collections I'm actually going to bring back to make in-house, because I'm not wild about the color difference in the stickers versus that they make versus things that come off my printer. So these were actually the same color pink on my printer, but they're a little more orange or coral, which is, it's fine. They're still gorgeous. I really prefer to have things match. So this is Sakura from my March collection. And these extras will also be in the shop starting on April 1st. And I have a few more of these than I do of the others. So while supplies last. And then, so I am going to go ahead and start, sorry, notes for my doctor's appointment. I am going to go ahead and start with the quarterly pages. I know what my kind of top priorities are, and I think I've shared this with you. Again, if you've watched the other video, you've probably already heard. So I have 3 primary goals really for the whole year, and then I'm doing projects that kind of fall into those themes throughout the year to try and get myself to those goals. So my first one is me. I am a project in and of myself. I used to have a boss that when people were really difficult, she called them a science project. So I'm a science project. And I really want to eat better and, work out systems for my shop and my family so that I am not, I'm not burning the candle at both ends. That's been a problem that I've had, and that's why I've been a little bit kind of off the grid for the last few months. So I love the shop. I love what I do. I love the community, and I want to continue with this. So I am making a couple of changes to the shop. So while I am kind of writing in my my goals and whatnot, I don't want to use a 0.3. While I'm writing my goals and whatnot, I'm going to go ahead and fill this out. I guess I'll be using this. So this is a TWSBI Eco. It's a fine, and it has in it this ink. It is Hongdian Brown. This I got from Lauren from LA Florals. This is a gift. So, and it's a really very, very pretty brown, and I thought it would look really nice with the unwritten collection. So my priorities, me. And then part of that too is like my home and family. And then the shop. Now, that's not to say that I don't prioritize working things in the shop. It's just that if something were to come up that conflicted, I would choose my mental and physical health over pulling an all-nighter, for example, to get stickers out the door. So that is what my priorities are. And this quarter, I am doing some shop changes. I am going to be flipping the switch. I will be a ready to ship shop. So if you see it on my shop and you hit and you order it, it's in my inventory and it can be picked and packed within the next couple of days, depending on volumes. So that's not the case and hasn't been the case necessarily. So I've been doing kind of a hybrid. I've had some inventory and some I've been making to order, and it was killing me. So I finally flipped the switch. And I struggled with that decision. I'll be completely transparent. I struggled with the decision because I wanted y'all to have like the stickers that you wanted available to you when you came to the site, but that created a really bad experience on the back end. So now you may have to wait a little bit for stickers for me to restock, but you'll be waiting, and there won't be an open order. But we can talk a little bit about that as we go. So this quarter, I am, I've got the subs, the subscriptions. I also have my Patreon subscriptions. If you're not familiar with it, I have a Patreon, and I'll put a link in the description below. I have a Patreon. I have to write that down every time I say it. It's a free community where you can come in and see posts and do chats and things like that. And also, I have a paid tier that is 3 sticker sheets, 3 regular size sticker sheets, and it's $10. So it comes to you in the first class mail. So it gets put in an envelope and sent to you that way. And the stickers are a little different. I'm using a little bit different artwork. And the thought behind that was I'm using really cute animals and things like that. And I really, really love them. And I have named the entire collection for the whole year Little Wonders. So again, it's a song reference. So I'm a huge Rob Thomas fan, and his song Little Wonders is really just amazing. It's about appreciating those small moments that maybe you overlook or whatever. Just stop and be present and enjoy those, because that's really where that's where you live, right? You live in the small moments. So so those stickers, those are fun, and I will be sharing the April collection tomorrow. I'll be sharing the sneak of the June collection tomorrow, and I will also be sharing a sneak of the May collection. So moving forward, I will be on the first of the month, I will be sharing the collection that becomes available. So you'll see the sneak for that before they renew. So you can make the choice if you want to skip this month or whatnot. And then I'll also send a reminder if you're not subscribed, but you kind of wanted to do it. I'll send a subscriber towards the end of the month and just say, hey, you have a couple of more days if you want this collection. The benefit of subscribing is you get it at the subscription price. So you get the 13 stickers, the vellum, the die cut, the folder. You get those all in the junior size. You get them for $22 plus shipping, and in the regular size, you get them for $35 plus shipping. And if you were to buy them a la carte, it would be well into the 40s, if not $50 for the regular size. So it's definitely a deal if that's something you're interested in. And that's the only way you can get that offer. If I have full collections still available, you will get them at a bundled price. I'll package them and put them up on the site for a bundled price, but it will not be nearly as good as a subscription price. I have my subscriptions, I have Patreon. I am also going to be doing freebies on Patreon, and polls and things like that on the Patreon, asking about products and, thinking about evolving my collections. What might you want to see, in your sticker collections, or, if you want maybe a couple of the functional box sheets or a couple of the washi strip sheets from the subscription, do you want the ability to add it on, either on a one-time basis or on a recurring basis? So I want to be flexible for that as well. And then I also have, from a shop perspective, I have at the end of June is my birthday, so I'm going to be doing a June sale. But really, what I'm going to be doing is prepping for Christmas in July. So I'm going to have a Christmas in July event. I'm going to release four holiday collections in July. So they're my holiday collections for 2026, and I'll have bundles like I had for the 2024 ones, where you could get the Roro collection, which is basically the edges, scenes, deco, and the journaling kit with one set of day headers as part of a bundle, and you get all four of those. That was actually a very, very popular bundle. I also will bundle it like all the journaling kit page ones, and all of that. So be on the lookout for that. And I'm going to do some special things too. I'm going to do some vellums, some limited edition vellums for that event. And I'm also going to have some tiered freebies, and the freebie stickers that I'm going to do are the 12 days of Christmas. So all the holidays in July, that way you have everything before December even rolls around to do all your planning. And I'm also going to be planning what I do for the planner setup collections. Those I will be having manufactured. It's just too much because it's a book of 43 sticker sheets. So I want to make sure that I have enough time to design them, but also I definitely won't have enough time to print and cut them, as I learned this year. So I will be doing a pre-order for those. So be on the lookout for that as well. And I might be seeking some input from all of you on some things related to that. And then for my priorities in this quarter, I'm focusing on meal planning. I'm going to put it at the top. And morning and evening routines. One of the things, we've been eating out a lot, and one of the things that happens is, my husband works full time, I work full time, and I have the shop, so we don't always have the energy to cook dinner every night, and it's just the common thing, right? I think everyone's tired of cooking dinner. If you're tired of cooking dinner, let me know. So we've been eating out a lot, and one of the barriers that I found, or one of the things that will actually make us turn to takeout faster than anything, is not all the dishes are clean. So in the morning, I empty the dishwasher so that dirty dishes can go into it throughout the day. And then if I need to, I'll run it as I'm cooking dinner. I definitely put the dishes in the dishwasher. I clean as I go, so I definitely put them in the dishwasher as I go, and things like that. So that's part of my morning routine. And part of my evening routine is to make sure the dishwasher gets run so that the dishes are clean in the morning when I get up, but also, getting to bed at a decent time and all of that. So that's all part of that. And then our house, we've just got to declutter, and I don't want to say we're going to go as far as Swedish death cleaning, but we're definitely going to be decluttering and donating, and or getting rid of some of the things that we just don't use. I don't need every one of Lizzie's baby outfits from when she was a baby, and I currently have them. So those are the kinds of things that we have to take care of. So that is also a priority. So in April, I have gone through my shop planner, and I figured out milestone dates for when I have to have things done in order to meet the release dates that I'm advertising. So I don't know that I will necessarily plug them in here, but I will eventually grab my shop planner and plug in those dates. But for April, my focus is going to be AM routine. And for this, it's eating a good breakfast. Because when I make good choices in the morning, that trend kind of naturally happens over the rest of the day. And then for the shop, I'm going to focus on keeping up with the system. And then for the house, it's we have family cleaning sprints so that we can go through everything. Okay. So some of my deadlines, April 10th is for the May subscription. And to be shipped. And then April 11th, I'm going to do a small release of a couple of collections. One for sure, a second one if I have time. So I'm not gonna kill myself to get all of them done, but I am going to be doing a Mother's Day collection in the shop. So I just need to revamp the design a little bit, and then I can print and cut some of those. And let's see. I know I have other deadlines that I want to put in here, so I will hold off. April, I want to say it's April 23rd. I want the June sub done. So I really want to ideally be a full month ahead for what's going to be shipped, so that the subs are being shipped in a good time. You're able to set up your collections without having to rush and things like that. So that's kind of my focus for April. And I'm going to go ahead and flip the page. First, I need to get my blotting paper. All right, I really don't want to have that touch the rest of it. So this page, I didn't really use it in my A5, and I'm not sure. I think I want to use it. I'm just I think what I want to do, to be honest, is to use it to track milestones. There's, check boxes if I wanted to make tasks or whatever, but I have 3 main goals. There's 3 columns. So I think I want to track milestones and things like that for my goals. So my goals, so me. And this is a Jetstream, and it's a Kiki's delivery service. It's a 4+1, so it's got 4 colors plus a pencil, which I love because I really, if I'm making a plan at the doctor's office or putting a plan, later in my planner, I actually really like to write it in pencil, so that when I get to that month and I'm setting up my spread, I can erase it and start with a clean spread, but at the same time I've got everything I need in here. So my me goal, the house goal, and the shop goals. So you might be wondering why if I have a shop planner, why am I putting things in here? And it's really just so that as I'm looking at my my weeklies, I can fit in my tasks for the shop based on, what else I have going on that day. So it does kind of help. The only thing that won't appear in here is my full-time work. I have 2 planners for that, and I will share those with you when I've got a blank spread that doesn't have notes in it. So that will be coming. So be on the lookout for that. And then, so what I'll do is I'll go back in here and I'll fill in all of the deadlines and all of the kind of the goals that I want to have. And I was thinking that what I might do is kind of share progress throughout the month. I've been sharing my shop to-do list on Instagram and in Patreon. I shared it in Patreon all last week, and I started in Instagram this week, so that you can see maybe what I'm working on restocking. And if there's a sticker collection that you like that I'm out of that you don't see on my restock list, you can send me a message and things like that. So I really want to try and be very transparent about what's happening in the shop. And then obviously I'll put all my appointments and things in this monthly spread. And then I love this kind of monthly dashboard page. There's a place again. I love that Linda has kind of pulled the top 3 goals all the way through. You know, you see at the beginning of the month, you see it here on the dashboard. And then when you get to the weekly dashboard page, you also have 3 bullets here that you can still remind yourself over and over and over what are the goals that you're working towards. I think that for me, if I don't have it visible, that's where I fall down in achieving goals. So I'm excited to kind of really truly use this to its best advantage. So for quarterly planning, I use the HB90 method, and so I'm not going to write any of the journaling things or anything that I do in that planner in here. This is really for me to track, here are the goals, here's the progress, you know, what did I miss? What do I need to change and things like that. And then for the next quarter, I'll have all of that data that I can bring then to quarterly planning. So I'm trying to really get a good cycle going and whatnot. So I'm going to use this to track things. And, you know, like my morning medications, my evening medications. I have an HRT patch that I wear, and I have to change that a couple times a week. I do take a GLP-1 injection, and I have to track that as well. And also, my poor dog. My husband and I have been playing kind of a who's on first kind of thing where, did you feed the dog? No, I didn't feed the dog. And then, did you give him his medicine? No. So, you know, I really want to make sure that I'll give him his medicine. My husband doesn't like to do it, because the dog's a pain. I have to basically, he won't, I'm going off on a tangent here. He won't take it in a pill pocket. He won't take it wrapped in cheese. He spits it out. So, essentially I have to stick my hand in his mouth to get the pill into his throat so that he can swallow it. So my husband does not like to do that. He's like, he's going to bite me one of these days. And because I'm his favorite, our theory is he won't bite me, but we'll see. So long story short, I'm also going to track giving Leo his medication here, as well as his heartworm and his tick meds every month. So so that we can make sure that he is getting what he needs. So I will go in, and this is this week. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of back planning in the first 2 days, and then looking at, looking out in the rest of it. And then if I skip beyond all of the weeklies, you get to the dailies. So Wednesday, April 1st, this is tomorrow. So perfect timing in terms of ready to start tomorrow with a clean page. So I am going to go ahead. I'm going to do the monthly planning first and decorating first, and then I will do then I'll go into the weekly. So this is one of my planner setup collections. This is the Into the Woods collection. You get basically enough stickers to set up an undated planner for the entire year. So you've got years and all of that, and the weeks. And this is what I want. I want the I want to put the week at the top of the, oh, I grabbed it too soon, but I'm going to go ahead and put it in anyway, because I like to put the week. This is fine because you can see the dates. And obviously it's here, but I really like to put this at the top. Okay. And for now, I think, honestly, this is all I'm going to use out of that. I will cut a vellum to put here. I love to have kind of a vellum sheet at the beginning of the month. I'm not going to do it on camera because I can't cut a straight line to save my life, even if I'm using a paper cutter. If I didn't have the machines cutting the lines for me, my stickers wouldn't be straight either. So I'm going to grab my month sticker. I'm going to grab the month sticker for this too, because I think I might want to use that and use the smaller one instead of that enormous April. No, I think I'll use the big one. So I do want to do some layering. So I grabbed a couple of things to use. Ooh, stickers down. I grabbed a couple of things to use. I have a circle punch. I have an enormous one. I thought it might be fun to see what it looked like, what this looked like kind of punched out, and then having stuff kind of layered over it. So this is I haven't done this before, so this is me. This is my first time doing that with these, but I did think it would be kind of fun. So okay, that's some strong paper. Oh yeah, that is not going to work. That's disappointing. So note to self that you want to use the premium paper if you're going to do that. So I can still use this to layer, and I will. No sticker left behind, right? I'll just cut it. It's not perfectly circular. But that's okay. Perfection is boring. Is everyone glad that spring is here? I'm not a huge spring fan. Well, essentially I'm not a huge summer fan. Spring is fine as long as it's not too hot. But once we get into summer, I am going to be an unhappy girl. I hate being hot. You can always put on more clothes to be cooler, but you cannot take off any clothes to be warmer, but you cannot take off enough clothes to be cool. So, yeah, not a fan. Let me see. So disappointing. Let's see what I want to do. I think I'm going to grab an edge. Sorry, I just bumped the light. just do that, didn't I? I had not intended to do that. There we go. Right, and then I'll grab a couple of books. I love books and keys for some reason. I just think they're so cool. There, I think I'm happy with that. I need something right there. I think I want it to be a flower. Maybe a couple of them. There. All right, so I'll go back in and I'll put in my milestones. Are you guys even in? There we go. Okay. I'll go back in and I'll put in my milestones. So now I'm going to go over to the this monthly view. Sorry, I need to readjust my so that I'm more comfortable. And I will edit that out because I just bumped the camera. Hopefully it's still working. My office is quite precarious right now. I need to reorganize. So I've got stuff all over the place. So I will definitely be putting, I'll wipe these out. So here's a question. You know, I always, or when I first started the subscription, it was, you know, to be a kind of a mystery box, if you will, that a lot of people really want to see in advance, not just teaser, but the stickers. So let me know in the comments if you're team surprise or team advance look. More than just the teaser. I think I have used this font on another collection. I will very frequently. I am like a bull in a china shop. I know this about myself. I like to think I'm delicate, but really I'm not. I'm very hard on things. Anyone else do this? They cut their stickers so they can get just the right size. Okay. Now I'm going to stop talking for a moment and I will fast forward through this next part because no one wants to watch me do this real time. Now that that is all done, I need to get some dates from my calendar. Okay. So on 4/18 at 9 a.m. I'm just going to pencil it in real quick. I'll fix it in a minute. Okay, that's the only one in April. The next one is in May. That's funny. I know I have an eye appointment at some time this month, so I'm going to have to make myself a note to look that up. So I'm going to grab the the little days and numbers sheet. And I can use the dots to mark things. Okay, I had a stack. Oh, here they are. My I got the small the tiny icons from Helen's shop, and I want to use them. I want to use the scissors and definitely have nails. I have nail polish in here somewhere because I'm getting a manicure as well as getting my hair done. Gotta get rid of the grays. Okay. So there. I just think these are so cute. Okay, I don't have it this Wednesday, but every other Wednesday I have therapy. And Leo needs his heartworm and his flea and tick stuff. I have to put that on the calendar, otherwise I'll forget. Yes, I have cars. So I have, so for my full-time job, I do a week at home and then a week in the office and then a week at home and a week in the office. So I need to indicate which are my connect weeks. So I get these, aren't they cute? All right, so let's see. This week is actually a connect week. I will be going back into, I haven't been yesterday or today, but I'll go into the office tomorrow. So put that there, and then put these here. Helen, if you're watching, I'd love a tiny home icon so that I could put it on, you know, the weeks where I'm going to be working from home. And my cousin, I use on the monthly spreads and on the icons there, I use the home and cars that are on those, but I really love the tiny one for my calendar. I'm going to do a little bit more deco here too. I am trying to decide what I want to do. I love this scene, and it looks like it might actually fit. But I also love this bookshop. I'm trying to decide which one I want to do. Do I want to do the, oh, maybe I can do the bookshop over here, and I can do the scene over here, and then I can do some to-dos. I will do that. Love it. Okay. And then I'll put the bookshop over here. So my original intention with this artwork, by the way, was it was going to be another planner setup collection. I ran out of time. I could not do it, and not do it well anyway. I think that's enough deco for this page. And oh yeah, we have a concert on Thursday, so we're going to Portland, Maine. So my daughter is 21, and she is of an age where she watched, you know, Hannah Montana and all of that, you know, which just, Miley Cyrus just did a 20th anniversary special for that, and that totally brought me back. But, you know, she was a fan of Hannah Montana, but she also liked Allie and AJ. So Allie and AJ were in a couple of Disney Channel original movies. Allie was in Phil the Future, and then she had some other TV shows or whatever. But they have their own band, and they were they've released several albums now, and we like them a lot. So we got tickets to go to that, and it's a VIP experience, which I completely forgot. So we're going to be meeting them and getting our pictures taken with them. So that's exciting. I haven't done that. It's been a while since I've done that. I'm just kind of picking out the ones that I know I'm going to want in a minute. So if if this sounds familiar to you, let me know. But like, you know, I ordered a bunch of the tiny icons, and then I couldn't find where I put them because I put them somewhere I'd be able to find them, but then I couldn't. So I then ordered some more. And now I have to organize them. I don't even remember what I was looking for. I was looking for the music, which I think I tossed out over here. Yep. I was looking for the musical notes. You know who does a really good job at keeping their stuff straight? Is Becky from Whoops, I Did It Again Co. She always kind of has her stickers fanned out in front of her, which is pretty fucking brilliant if you ask me. I'll have to do that next time. So we have to be there because it's a VIP experience. We have to be there like around 5, and they're gonna do a little we get to do a little pre-show thing where they're gonna play some music, and then we do pictures. That means we need to leave just a little bit before 4. We're gonna have to have the dog at boarding before that. So, all right, I think that's good for this. You know, as the month goes on, I'll come in and add things, and even some deco. Maybe when the month is over. So I am going to. So this is my tracker. So I am going to track a few things. I am going to track that I am in bed by 10. And that I am up by 5:45. There we go. I also want to track my morning meds, and I need to keep track of the day when I do my injection. Which I think I did on Sunday. These boxes are just a little too big. All right, so this is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, and this one will be for HRT. I don't wash my hair every day, so if I don't keep track of when I did wash it, I forget, and it starts to look like a grease pit. So, this is my absolute favorite Tombow. It's N79. I absolutely love it. So what I'm going to do is I have to do my my injection on Sundays, so I'm just going to highlight in this column the Sundays, and then I'll check it off when I do it. But since I don't take it every day. It's a good visual cue if I see the colored spot when I go to do my tracking. And then the HRT I do on Saturday and Tuesday. I have to do it today. There. Is there anything else I want to track? I gotta go back and look at what I put on March's. I'm really horrible at tracking. I'm going to be honest about that. I really suck at it. So I know that it will be helpful, right, to do, and that it'll help keep me on track, but it's still not something that I do. Oh yeah, Leah's meds. Glucose check-in. I have a friend who's keeping me honest. I have to send my glucose to her and every day. And then let's see. There was something else that I wanted to put on here, and I can't remember what it was. Journal. I found that if I don't journal, then everything just kind of falls apart. I don't know if anybody else has that experience, but that is mine. Okay, so now I'm going to switch over to my handy dandy fountain pen. So this is me. I'm the focus. And I want to do routines and meal planning. For the house, we're going to get into a cleaning routine where we're going to do cleaning sprints. And then for the shop, follow production and marketing plans. Okay, so in terms of projects, since we're doing a cleaning routine for the house, I'm gonna put one of the rooms on here to be decluttered. Oops. I have lavender on the brain. That is the theme for the May subscription. It's lavender haze. Living room decluttered. And then for the shop, it is subs, May and June. Designs, Christmas in July. Designs, so I'm also going to be releasing the fall collections in July. And I want to do the August design as well, so I can cut that in, so I can be a month ahead. So when you order the subscription, it is a month ahead. So if you order on April 1st, it'll be for the June subscription. which I ship in the middle of March. So your when you put in your first order, it's kind of 2 months out. And so I want to get into the habit of in April, I'll be doing I'll be doing production for the June subscriptions. In May, I'll be doing production for the July subscriptions. In June, I'll be doing the production for the August subscriptions. So I want to get the designs done ahead of time, because that it really helps to have them. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to have themed weeks for my shop. So like this first week, it's going to be all about subscriptions and the newsletter and the new month. Maybe this week is my design sprint. So if I have orders, that's fine. Lizzie said she'd help me out with picking and packing the orders that come in. Once I flip the switch on ready to ship, she doesn't want to do production, but she actually has fun picking the stickers. So she said she'd help me with that. So this will be like my design sprint. So I'll be designing a sticker collection. I'll do any artwork that needs to be done for the site so that when it's ready to go live, I have everything right there to go ahead and put it out on the site. And that is, kind of that week is going to be doing that. I also want to try and maybe do only one or every other week of filming for social media, so that I'm not spending time every day. I want to kind of line it all up, get it edited and all of that, on one weekend, and then schedule it, and then it kind of just happens on its own, because I still have, other things that I need to do for the shop, books, inventory, orders, strategy kind of stuff. So I want to make sure that that I have a schedule for that. So that's really kind of what I'm trying to do. That's the system I'm trying to create. So I'll be designing August, and then I also am looking ahead and working on the planner setup collections. And really what this means is I am trying to figure out what I want to do with them. So a couple of years ago, I bound them into a folder and I stapled them together. That was good. This year I put them on spiral rings. I was thinking that I might do like a 3-ring or a ringed binder that has that's themed similar to what I do here for the collection, and sleeves or punch or have the stickers wide enough so that I can punch holes in them, because the spirals, they look great. It's a great idea. The problem is that the spirals took a while, and getting used to the machine and all of that. And I mean, I've been using 3-hole punch kit, notebook puncher things for so many years now that I feel very confident that I can do that in a relatively short amount of time. But I need to pre-order the binders. I want to get samples of that, and then I want to also get some samples from a couple of different shops, because again, I'm not thrilled with the color of and I will give them that feedback. Maybe there is something they can do to make the color look more like it does when it comes off my printer, and if so, that's great, because I've enjoyed working with them, but I want to the idea behind the planner setup collection is still to have enough stickers to decorate for the year, decorate an undated planner for the year. And then, I was thinking about doing sleeves, and if I do sleeves, then if you order more stickers from me or really anybody else, you can put them all in that notebook and you'll have everything handy right there. So that is what I'll be working on. So what's the next task? to do. So really it's kind of a plan. That's my deliverable there as a plan. Whereas this is, the deliverable here is a design. The deliverable here is the subscriptions, all produced, for example. And then here I've got, tasks that I need to do. So I need to contact eye doctor. When is appointment? What else do I need to do? Oh, taxes. I'm sure other things will come to me as I start working through, so I'll leave those blank. But I have been doing, and I've been having fun with it, is doing a currently section. So let me get this, my Tombow. Let that dry for a moment. So I am going to grab the movie one, music. I can't believe I didn't get a book. Maybe I can use one of these for a book or something like that. But what I want to do is I want to do my currently listening, currently watching from month to month. I don't do that, and I read exceptionally fast, and I have good comprehension, but because I read so fast, and I try to slow down, it's just hard. Because I read so fast that I will oftentimes not remember the title of a book that I read, right? But I'll remember the story and things like that. So I want to make sure that I remember both. And then so I will use the due today on the dailies for my deliverables days. I've been playing Animal Crossing. And to be honest with you, I've been loving it. One of the things that I wanted to do too is I wanted to kind of track some symptoms. So this is foggy weather, but when I have brain fog, I'm going to track that. And then I also want to track my sleep somehow. And there's some tasks that I want to do around my medicine. I need to organize my medicine. Did I hydrate? Did I take my fiber? And then I've got like packaging, Instagram and YouTube so that I can track when I've done those things. And then I have, the grocery carts and all of that. I want to use those in the planner because they're fun. Oh, there's a book here on the sampler page, but I need to go and I need to make a note for the next order I do. Oh my God. I am on a mission, by the way, to use my shit. I have been decorating the heck out of my work planners because because they need to be. Let's see. I also want to track. So Leo, he needs to have surgery on his ACL. So some days we give him, depending on how limpy he is, we give him some meds to help him out. So I want to track that, and that'll be, I'll track that on the weekly, I think. So let's see. So currently reading, let's do this one. And then I also, tell me if this resonates with you. When I'm working, I listen to audiobooks because I want to, but I listen to audiobooks that I've already listened to before, so that if I miss anything, like when I get focused and I kind of zone out on the book for a little bit, I'm not really missing much. But there's a lot of comfort in listening to something that I've already listened to and know that I love. And my daughter told me that that is it's actually an autistic or ADHD thing. So that you know, it is an autistic or ADHD thing. Full stop. And then here's my game controller. Currently playing. Reading, watching, and I also have an audiobook going at any given time, and I know I have a here it is. I know I have a headset one. So the headset is for my audiobook, and this is for my music that I'm listening to. So going back to the audiobooks, I have a couple of really favorite authors, and when I listen to them, like they're books that I've listened to over and over and over again, and it's like visiting a friend. And they bring me a lot of comfort. So I'll sometimes even fall asleep to them at night. So there's that. Oh, I wanted to. So I got these like, I don't know, 1,000 years ago from Helen. So I want to put maybe I'll do Isabel for my playing Animal Crossing. There we go. And then I'll put I didn't leave enough room in my audiobooks or in my books. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. I can work around it. Next time I'll remember. I think what threw me off is I was doing them over here and I was kind of skipping some with the dots. Okay. So this has been quite a long video. If you've stuck with me the whole time, I appreciate you, and I will be sending out a newsletter April 1st. So the changes that are happening in the shop, I'm going to a ready-to-ship shop, so my processing times are going to come way down. Right now they're up to 3 weeks, I think. It can take up to 3 weeks for me to process, and that's just because I'm doing a lot of printing and cutting to order, and in the middle of it also doing production of folders and things like that for the subscriptions and whatnot. So I want to take some of the pressure off myself, which is why I'm trying to set myself up to be working on the subscriptions so far ahead of time, so that I'm not feeling the pinch, so that it can be fun again. For me, because I do enjoy making stickers. It just hasn't been fun for a little bit. So that's one key change that I'm making. Another one, and this is one that makes me a little bit sad, and I feel bad about this, but I don't actually really, I don't have a choice. I want to keep my prices the way they are. I know that we're feeling a little bit of a pinch financially, and I know we're not the only ones. So I want to keep my sticker prices where they are, because I feel like they're pretty affordable. But I can't do that if I give out folders with every order. It's costing me too much money to do that. So I am starting April 1st. I am not going to be sending folders out with every order. I am going to be, I will have them listed on the site, and you can certainly add them on if you want one. So I will also be, for any collections that I release, I will release a companion folder that goes with it. And if you want to get the whole collection plus the companion folder, like for the regular size, it's $25. I haven't figured out the price for the junior yet, but all of that will be on the site and will be in the email that I'm going to send out. So that one makes me a little bit sad. The only exception to that is the subscription, because the cost of the folder is built into the subscription price. So I feel like so you will still get folders with your subscriptions. But if you want to save a couple of dollars, and I haven't decided if it's going to be $2 or $3 off. If you want to save a couple of bucks, you can send me a note, and I can change your subscription to no folder. So again, I'm trying to meet you guys where you are in terms of cost and pricing, because I know what a bummer it is around the world lately. And then my Patreon, it's 3 regular size sticker sheets for $10, and it comes in an envelope, postage. If you're a Patreon free member, you get a Patreon freebie for the month. And I'm thinking about adding like live Zoom calls or live plan with me's, so we can all kind of plan together. Let me know if in the comments if that'd be something you'd be interested in. With the ready to ship shop, if there is something that's out of stock, and you want it restocked, there is a button on the product page that says notify me when it's back in stock. When you press that button, I actually get a note too. So if it's not on my to-do list to stock those, I can add it to the queue. Or if you're like looking at my social media and you're seeing, like right now I'm restocking spring, and I'm going to start looking at summer as well. So if there are spring or summer collections that you particularly like, shoot me a note and I'll make sure that I can get those in the queue. So this was long. I'm sorry. I feel like it was really rambly and babbly. It's been a long time since I've done a video, and even at that, I hadn't done many before. So I will be doing more, and I'm going to get better at it, I promise. But if you stayed with me this long, you're amazing. And give me a like and subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment and comment down below of any thoughts you have about some of the things that I talked about. All right. Take care, everybody.